2024 lineup of vehicles here, and we're gonna go through every Honda offered in 2024 as of now before the 2025 mid-summer release. Before 2025 start making an appearance on the scene as of summer, maybe even autumn, we wanna go through every single 2024 Honda, and we wanna go through the good, the bad, and the unwanted. Starting off with a 2023 refresh that I was personally very much in love with, very much in support of, the 2024 now Honda CR-V and CR-V Hybrid. The redesigns for the CR-V was much needed after, I would say, decades upon decades since the 99 to 2003 CR-V. A long anticipated redesign for the HR-V that I feel has been due since 99 of the vehicle. I don't think it's been worth the purchase price since then, for 20 plus years. I'm gonna give the new Honda CR-V Hybrid solid 7 out of 10. Offering a hybrid platform for a compact SUV like this, a good way to get pretty much most buyers on board, so I think it's gonna sell well. I think it looks great. Just with the HR-V platform, going hybrid as opposed to immediately electric. Anyway, 7 out of 10 for the CR-V Hybrid. Next on the list is the 2024 Honda Odyssey. The Honda Odyssey is the same as it's always been. It's a personal, very much a favorite of mine. However, it is unchanging like a few other vehicles on this list. No redesign, no refresh for the past 6 years, I believe, other than minor details, minor fixes. 6 out of 10 for the 2024 Honda Odyssey. Primarily because its main competition, the Toyota Sienna, has come out with a hybrid model, which, in my opinion, revolutionizes that particular segment of manufacturing of, minivans. I think that they've been either underpowered or under-economized for a long time, and you got to bring that Honda Odyssey into 2024. You got to bring it into having at least 30-35 miles per gallon, or just allowing there to be a hybrid or plug-in hybrid model that allows you to have more utility behind such a vehicle that already has so much to offer. So for me, it's gonna be 6 out of 10. Moving on to the 2024 Honda Civic line. I'm gonna start off with the Honda Civic Sedan, base Honda Civic Sedan. It's just kind of the same as it's always been. It's the worst design now, in my opinion, but hey, a lot of people really like it, but I mean, a lot of people are wrong about a lot of things. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's just been on a steady decline for me as far as the Honda Civic design, as far as the base, and then I'm talking about the base sedan Honda Civic design by itself. If I'm going towards the Honda Civic Si, I think that eliminating the coupe in 2020, I believe it was, in 2020 eliminating the SI coupe was a huge mistake. That coupe was honestly like a really nice, solid option in my opinion. Really great entry level for anyone who wants to get into a Civic. It goes for, I've seen it for all kinds of different generations, from a lot really younger people, like high school people starting out, all the way up to people who just wanted a fun get-up car, didn't want to spend the money on a two-door Mercedes. That being said, solid, I'd say 6 to 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 for the Civic Sedan Si, being the fact that it is a pretty formidable Si. It's got a lot of giddy up. It's fun. It's good. It's compact. Again, the design is what brings it down for me. Just the lackluster design for it, not the engineering, just the design. Also, because the interior is just the exact copy paste of the new Accord, which obviously the Civic redesign came before the Accord redesign, so it'd be the other way around, which I'll get to. Next on the list is going to be a surprising upset for me, which would be the Honda Civic Hybrid, which I personally haven't seen since 2009. Now, this is a personal favorite of me. 2009, 2012. Kevin, tell me, when was the last time it was produced? I think it was 2012. Now this one hits home for me because this is one of those unattainable, very attainable cars that I've always wanted, a Honda Civic Hybrid, 2009, 2008, because the electric battery in them for the hybrid system almost is always kaput. So that means that you're gonna have to shell out anywhere from 6,000, maybe at the low end, 4 grand to get it replaced. And that's not including if Honda is actually still allowing you to do that, have that performed at the dealer. You might have to go aftermarket. Not only that, maybe even have it imported out of state, out of country, who knows? But for the new Honda Civic Hybrid, again, what brings that value down, what brings lackluster to that is, for me, is gonna be the body design. However, a Honda Civic Hybrid is in high demand, though we do have an Accord Hybrid, so it kind of feels like we're doubling down on ultimately the same vehicle. For that, for me, it's gonna have to be 6 out of 10. bringing it up from a 5, because originally it'd be 5 for just the body style of the Civic, but hybrid, a little bit better, 6. But lower because, again, they're the Accord hybrid. So, yeah, kind of double dipping there. We're already talking about it. We talked about the 2024 Accord and Accord hybrid. New redesign. I already didn't like the 10th gen design of the Accord, let alone this 11th gen. It's kind of becoming more and more like a CLA Mercedes without any of the amenities or performance. So for me, it's gonna have to be 4 out of 10. With the Honda Accord used to be great in my eyes, and now at this point, it's kind of a declining and diminishing returns. 2024 Honda Civic Type R, since we're still talking about sedans or hatchbacks, I guess you could say. And I'll lump this in with the Civic hatchback because I think it is a better design and improved design on the Civic sedan, which it always is. It's a hatchback. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Since it always is, since it's a hatchback. But the LA5 or the LF5, LF5 or FL5. One means for one and one means for the other. I don't know. Somebody sorted out here on the screen. But the new Type R is undoubtedly, you know, performance-wise, it's great. Design, it's great. Engineering, it's great. For me personally, it is not my favorite Type R design. That goes to the 2020 10th gen based design of the Type R. Oh, okay, bye. I guess we're wrapping it up. Okay, bye. Just kidding, we gotta finish. But for me, it's gonna have to be, I'd say a 7.5 out of 10, because it is a Type R at the end of the day. Just for me personally, the outward design, too plain Jane, too minimal for my taste. Not as functional as you would like it, seeing as how the 10th gen looked, how it looked, being that there aren't too many factors setting it apart from the original Civic hatch to differentiate it on the street. Next on the list would have to be the Honda Ridgeline 2024. I wouldn't say anything that anyone said every single year that the Ridgeline's been in production. Buy a different truck. 3 out of 10.
The most important tool is respect.
Ha! Gay!
Next, new Honda Passport 2024. Redesign for the Honda Passport, and I'll kind of lump these together, but the Honda Pilot as well 2024. Redesigns, re-engineered, all good stuff. The motor's about the same. I don't believe there's a hybrid Passport, but I could be wrong. Either one are great family vehicles. Pilot notoriously in the past has been underwhelming in features as well as performance and longevity. I don't feel, considering that the engine platforms have been majorly the same for the past 5 to 7 years, I don't venture to guess that we'd see much difference in those realms. So I'd say for both, it's gonna be a 5 out of 10. Mostly because, not because it's, you know, diminishing quality or that it's bad or it's horrible, mostly because a 5 out of 10 because you got a 50-50 chance of it being probably like the best car you've ever owned, or 50-50 chance of the fact that you're like, I really wish I had leased this so I could got into a better SUV. And that's in no way like a negative endorsement, because I personally do like the Pilot. I personally do like the Passport. Maybe, you know, and in these new redesigns and in some other iterations in early years as well. I've always loved the 98 Passport. I've always loved like a 2010 Pilot. I feel like they are great vehicles, especially if you don't want to get into the Acura side of it or a more luxury SUV side of it, then I feel like they're great options. They also have great resale value, and they're still for a pretty decent price nowadays. So for that, 5 out of 10, not because of the quality, but because of just that 50-50 chance of your experience. That being said, for the anticipated lineup of Honda today in 2024, I want to talk about what's on the horizon, the Honda Prologue, the Acura ZDX lookalike Prologue, the worst version of it if I'm being honest. The first offering as a full electric car from Honda. The Prologue, I haven't seen numbers for it yet. I don't believe they've released that kind of information. I think we anticipate about 296 miles charge on a full battery. I'm anticipating fast charging. I'm anticipating a lot of things, but what I'm not anticipating is demand, similar to the electric lineup from Ford. Just a lot of lackluster vehicles aside from, I guess, the design quality of the Mach-E Mustang EV. Aside from that, you know, the fanfare behind that vehicle, I don't think we expect too much from the Prologue. I did witness it at the LA Auto Show, and being everything considered, my 2012 Acura wagon has the exact same features as this fully electric vehicle, and considering that with other offerings on the market, such as Tesla, such as Hyundai, such as Kia, that just continue to jam-pack more and more features, availability, practicality, or just, you know, style and differentiating features. further vehicles and looking at the Prologue, which is just a bog standard, I definitely believe it's passport based, and the size kind of reflects that. So it's not something that really you would want to break the bank for. I think there's a lot of other offerings on the table that will suit your needs a lot more. If you're just in it for the Honda fanfare like I am, which is the only reason I'd be getting the vehicle, is just to review it for you guys and, you know, kind of ultimately give my Honda fanboy opinions about it. But that's just me. That's the 2024 lineup for us, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know if you're excited about any of these vehicles, if you disagree with any of the ratings that I gave the cars, if you own any of them and you feel that they deserve a 10 out of 10, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.